one. See, no, what's Elvis got to do with it? No one could say no to him, but he never made a problem of it. You know what I'm saying? Elvis was an early trendsetter for people like Michael Jackson. Like everything Michael Jackson did, and even Madonna tried to. A lot of people did model their, and they had to look back on how to model their shit. But nobody's gonna blackmail me. I'll start. Motherfuckers will start getting clipped like mosquitoes on a fucking electric lamp. I figured that's the way it's gonna go after this anyway. I want to dab like and that's like I said with Elvis. I don't know who's bugging the shit, but yeah, it took Elvis but one time to go to Vegas and have a bunch of people fuck with him, heckle him in the front. In Vegas, he ain't used to that. He's the motherfucking king. The crowds were rough in Vegas, from what I can gather at that time, and which is kind of a mystery because, well, that it's neither here nor there. But the thing with Elvis, it took him but one time. When Priscilla took off, I think she was about 18. She went off with Mike, whatever his name is, fucking his karate teacher, and she would even come back to see him, and she was probably bringing him in tow at some point. And it took Elvis but one time to ask his crew, and you got a point there. No one's gonna say no to him, but it took him but one time for in Vegas for him to say, "I want you to kill this motherfucker." Basically, you could tell the story any which way. Elvis literally put a gun in his hand and said, "Go do this." But the real story is Elvis inquired about putting a hit on this motherfucker. They came back and they whispered in his ear. Someone did. This can happen for $10,000 back then. Right now it's up to 100,000. But fuck that. I don't. And so apparently Elvis turned white and he's like, let's just think about this for a while, which he should, but not me at this point. When I find out, and I'm gonna concentrate it, I'm gonna find out who is solely responsible for the negative part of this. Who's the one who ruined a good thing and turned that's the motherfucker I'm gonna target. When everybody is in general consensus and and we all point invisible fingers at you, that's when the terror begins. That's when Woodstock started. And that's the day the music died for you. And you won't know of it. But I'll do something typical. I'll send you like an obituary that I made up in some other place. Send you an actual news clipping of it. And I'll terrorize you. Like, I'll actually use the mail so you have to physically touch shit. I don't care about evidence. I'll have it mailed around the world then to your house. And I'll do it every year and just shit like that. There's other ways to murder people. And believe me, it's better to keep them alive and just let the family pay for it. And just let you carry on like nothing happened. Just biblically, to own your shit. Who are you going to complain to? Who'd listen? Would you really complain at that point? They're carrying a heavy cross for it. Elvis was good to his crew. And, I mean, when you're talking about doctors, that's a different story. Dr. Nick, I feel bad for him. He must have been on pins and needles the whole fucking time. Like, oh my God, one of these guys are going to overdose, pass out, fucking have a seizure. I got him in multiple people's names. There's got to be repercussions. Dr. Nick was deep into it. But Elvis's crew was when you read all their books, if they have them or you see them, they were well taken care of. But yeah, put out a hit. That's what you do when they have no family. When just for that's every right reason. When they have nothing, it's better to torture the family. I think I've learned in all these years and make them carry it. You know, it's better that way. Put it down the pipe further, and maybe my kids will inherit it, or other people will inherit the task of the changing of the guards when we just terrorize you. It'll keep up. I'll just put my dick deep into it and shoot my load. A hateful black icy load. I'll shoot into your like cancer, insidious into your fucking shit for this, and I'll blow my load deep, black, icy, and cold, old school HIV that will just ravage you, living like a cancer. Have you like to the point where your fucking hair hurts and your fingernails hurt? Just ravage your immune system and change the electric heartbeat in your brain. And fuck with your soul. Fuck with your chakra. Crush you like gravity. But did they read that book? That's what I was wondering. Elvis is, you need subtitles when you hear Elvis on the telephone, don't you? You need fucking subtitles. It's like, what? What the fuck did, you know what I mean? You have to go to get one of those. He gets real southern. And say, I'm sorry, E, I can barely fucking understand you, dude. Drugs. Kicking on a band. Give me some of them drugs. Damn, I got to hook up. I got to hook up with some.